I was going to ask about, Pascal's is a guy who's made an all NBA team twice, so he's not new to this. But this year it does feel like he has taken a jump. His numbers 26, 8, and 7 right now. He obviously had the crazy MSG game. What is it about him this season when he's hurt for a little bit? What is it about him this season when he's been playing that's been so special?
He's shooting jumpers. He's just shooting jumpers, really. Like everything else is similar. The passing, getting in the paint and kicking, his reads are getting better, but for him to even have the footwork for a 1-2 pull-up or a fadeaway spin over the left shoulder, right shoulder, whatever, like his jump shooting and his attack to the game adds another dimension for him and for our team, and it's just making him pretty much unguardable. And again, maybe it's the analytics, but he's not facing as many double teams because he's not down there with his back to the basket. And so when he's out in front, it's hard to run at him. And so he's getting more to the mid-range. He's stopping a little bit shorter, and his touch around the rim has been great. So he's playing at a super high level.
Tommy's on record, by the way. This was 2 weeks ago, as saying Pascal is not going to be an all-star this year. I argued vehemently that Pascal should be, but that's Tommy.
I said it,
Mr. Negative.
I said it. I just whatever.
How is 26, 8, and 7 not an all-star, bro?
I said two things. I said we were getting into this discussion, and I was like, I don't know whether he's going to be on the team because I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? There could be a trade. There could be something like that. So I said that's a possibility that he could be moved. Secondly, we were talking.
So if he goes to the West, he's not an all-star?
But he wouldn't become an all-star still? What has it?
What does that have to do with anything?
Would you become an all-star based off of those numbers? Say he was traded to Portland, hypothetically. Would he be an all-star in the West based on his Eastern Conference numbers? I don't know the rules on that.
Yeah, who's the forwards over there?
I mean, he's an all NBA player right now. I think that's not up for debate.
So he's not
going all NBA, but he's not an all-star.
I said there's a possibility he might not be an all-star, and JJ got...
Talk to me. I want to hear it. Okay, that was the first reason. What's the other reason?
Hold on. I had another reason. No, the other reason is we were going over the entire roster, and I was basically like, I'm weighing it based off of wins and off of record. And I was like, at that point, you guys were 11 or 12 in the East, and I was like, if I'm going to pick an all-star, it's going to be... I think it was a choice between him, Jalen, and Tyrese Halliburton.
No.
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
No,
and I was like,
I said there were 8 locks in the East, and Pascal was one of them. And you said, why would Pascal be an all-star?
I didn't say why would he be an all-star. I said, why is he a lock? I say, why is he a lock? Because his number. But there have been a ton of examples of guys who've put up amazing numbers who haven't made. Zach LaVine was like this. He didn't make the team. Put up amazing numbers. Now I'm not comparing the two of them.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm crazy now.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm not comparing the two of them all. But I said just because you have the numbers, it is also about wins. And I think that.
I think it's convenient. Like it's about wins when it's convenient for your argument. You know what I'm saying? Because when you like a guy, you'll find ways to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Shea an all-star?
Yes.
Yeah. See.
That is
hypocrisy.
That is hypocritical. I agree.
Okay, there we go. Argument over.
I would argue this. I didn't mean to get off topic. I didn't know this was going to go this way, but I like that Fred's sticking up for his teammate here. I would argue All-Star should be about the 24 best. I would actually argue there should be 30 All-Stars. There should be 15 in each conference. Why we're still using 24, which is what we started with when there were 8 fucking teams and 25% of the league got in. It doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Like, let's give an opportunity to 6 more guys. I think that. But I think All-Star should just be, in general, like the best players should get in every year.
Yeah.
You're an All-Star. Like when we get into all NBA discussion, I think there's a little more nuance there. When you get to the 11th or 12th guy, Tommy, and you're weighing similar stats, similar analytics, like, yeah, we can start talking about wins. But I think with All-Star, I want to see the best players in the All-Star game.
I have a question for you because we always talk about this with MVP. I weight the winning in the MVP as a more important metric than numbers. And this was always
the context of the winning matters. The context of the winning. If you have a loaded team and you say, all right, the best player. This is why Jordan.
Who's your MVP
this is why
this
Jordan
year?
Didn't win
right now.
Every year. LeBron didn't win every
my
year.
MVP right now is probably Jokic, but Luka. It's him and Luka are 1 and 1A to me. But I think the question with this was I wouldn't have voted for Jokic's MVP when they were the 7th best team in the West. I don't care what his numbers are. Is what I'm saying. And now they're not. Now they're the best team in the West. 6th best team in the West.
Yeah, that's fair. But
yeah.
I just think overestimate. It's almost getting to like football standards now, where it's like you overestimate the value of one guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so much more than that now because you damn near need 10. You definitely need 8 or 9, but you almost need 10 solid players to be a good team. And I think that there is some arguments that need to be made, because if you give a great player 150 possessions a game, he's going to average 27, 8, and 9. You know what I'm saying? I think there is something there. But for the most part, I mean, you just got to trust your eyes. Like, who has the most impact for what they're working with and how that translate to winning, which is weird because is it a regular season thing or is it a whole playoff thing? I think that's another dynamic as well.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 different games. Like, is Kevin Durant not an MVP this year?
He's in it. He's probably number 3 or 4.
And then now you get now you get that held against you that you're KD, and you know what I mean? You're looking at it as somebody that, he's supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think he should be in the MVP discussion. Like, I don't know. It's tough. All-Star should just be who's playing the best up until February 12th or whatever, who's having the best season in this moment. And you can say, this guy's winning or he's not winning. So by that argument, if you have another All-Star on your team, how does that change it?
Yeah, it hurts you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
Well, it's hard too, because the All-Star game, I believe, is like 2 weeks after they name the All-Star team.
Right.
And it's 2.5 months prior to the end of the regular season. So it's not even necessarily a complete picture. This is why All NBA, I think,
is more.
Let's just put the best players. Whoever playing the best in the NBA, let's put them in the All-Star game.
But you still got a
I know
fan vote. You got a fan vote. You got all type of stuff you got to work
What's
around.
going to happen is you guys are going to whip off like 9 in a row.
Yeah.
Pascal's going to average 30. And this is going to get you're going to fucking bring it
he's
up.
going to be an MVP candidate.
I know he's an MVP candidate. We're like, yo, Tommy said
this is already
first week in January.
It's going to take 4 years to live it down.
I'm on your ass,
do
Tommy.
another podcast.
I'm on your ass, Tommy.
And he's going to bring it up too. And then just, you know what, like, sometimes.
Hey, we can use anything right now. We're going to use you. We're going to use you to turn our season
This is why
around.
I like asking questions. I don't like giving opinions because of this exact reason. I had a question about this.
I haven't noticed that, Tommy, when I ask you questions, how you just ask a question back. As always, thank you for listening to the show. Please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Wondery, wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate you guys.